Hey everyone, welcome. I hope you're doing very wonderful. So today I'm going to get back into the Huda Beauty Icy Nude palette. I have done a first impressions video already with swatches, 2 different eye looks. I did a review. I will link that video below. I like the palette, but I didn't love it. First impression was okay. So I'm back for round 2 to see if I can learn to love this palette like I love every other 18 pan Huda Beauty palette. But before I get right into everything, my name is Carrie. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up, hit the notification bell. It'll really help me out. Thank you very much. And for those of you already subscribed, you guys are the best. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. All right, so let me do something with this hair. Let's put the hair back and then we can get into this palette again. So since I've already done a first impressions on this palette with the swatches and stuff, I'll probably go through these 2 eye looks pretty quickly. I'm gonna get some tape. I'm gonna get some tape because you guys know when I pull out that tape, I want to get a real nice straight line because I'm not good enough to do it freehand. And I do say this every time I do tape. If you have loose skin on your eyes like I do, be careful that when you put your tape on that your skin's not folded underneath, because when you pull it off, you're going to have an uneven makeup application. We don't want that. We don't want no unevenness here. All right, so I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to go into She Rich. It is the darkest shade in the palette. I think my trouble with this palette is that I'm not sure if there's enough contrast for all of these real sparkly triochromes, metallics and shimmers that are in this palette. I feel like those particular shades, the sparkly ones, are very, very similar in shade range. I don't know, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm looking at this palette all wrong, but it's kind of like, okay, look, silver, there's a silver, like here's another silver, even though it's a triochrome, here's another silver. It's like, why put 3 silvers in a palette? Then you've got a white shade, and then you have this that does have a, that's another like shifty kind of color. I don't think this one's not the triochrome. There's this one. This one leans a little warm. I don't know, you guys, it's just the palette kind of threw me a little bit. It kind of, I'm going to take that same shade and I'm going to go underneath the lower lash line with it, She Rich. It kind of threw me for a loop a little bit. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there with that. I did go underneath the lower lash line with that same shade, She Rich. Sorry guys, I feel like my shirt is moving around and like I'm looking in the viewfinder and I'm like, I'm triggered because it's not even. Anyways, all right, so now let's go in with, I think I'm gonna take this shade right here called Poised, and I'm just gonna take that, I'm just gonna put that on my eyelid here. Mirror. I'm gonna just put it on the lid. Man, super, super soft, but it is a pretty color. I'm going to kind of work it into the crease as well. I'm going to kind of follow the edge of this right here. Allow the tape to help me. Help me to keep a nice straight line. Color within the lines, Carrie. Color within the lines. Okay, let's start to blend this out, or like really blend it. I mean, the mattes in this palette are very, very beautiful. The mattes are beautiful. They're blending really nicely. I just can't put my finger on, I'm just darkening up that outer edge again right here with She Rich. I just can't put my finger on what it is about this palette that I don't love. There's something and I just can't figure it out. Okay, so now let's go in. I'm going to go in with this shade right here called Diamond Dew, but I'm going to get some mixing medium. I'm going to put it on my hand, a little dollop, It's fun saying the word dollop. I'm going to take that Diamond Dew shade, which is incredibly chunky. If you're going, that's one of the trio chromes. If you're going to use that shade, you have to use a glitter glue. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're gonna have to use a glitter glue, and or a mixing medium like I'm using. All right, so I'm mixing this shade up. Now this does have some shift of pink in there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's incredibly, it's a very bright shade. So I'm gonna try to gently put that on my eyelid. Mercy. Mercy, mercy. Okay, very careful because it is so like, the fact that it's chunky, but my mixing medium is allowing it, it's thinning it out, allowing it to be a little bit more emollient. So I'm able to kind of maneuver it around a little bit better. But because it is so intense, you got to be real careful with it. All right, I'm going to get a little bit more. I feel like on the eye, you're not seeing the shift of pink. Like when I swatch it on my hand and I look at it in certain lighting, I can definitely see that shift of pink, but that just looks like a really bright silver, you know? I mean, that's nice. It's nice, but I'm not wowed by it. Like she had some really intense bright silvers in her Pretty Grunge palette, and those are beautiful. I love those. I really love that palette. The Empowered palette, man, I love that palette. Now that palette is something special, but this, not so much. Okay, I feel like I need to get a little bit more color, maybe right above the brow bone. Let's go in with the shade right here called Oneself. I'm gonna let's tap it off. I'm gonna put that right above here, kind of where my brow bone is, maybe just a little bit right here. Okay, that's a nice shade actually. It's not too intense. It's giving my brow bone just a little bit of contrast with the other shades. To go back into Poised, actually I'm going to just use the same brush. I'm going to kind of deepen it just a little bit. Okay, now we can get into the best part. Let's put a little razzle dazzle in that inner corner. I'm going to take a little bit of glitter glue. I'm not gonna do the mixing media. I'm gonna go for the glitter glue using AOA Studios Tacky Base. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my finger and put it right in that inner corner. And then I'm wondering, should I put a little bit? Yeah, let's take some up over onto my transition area, like right above my crease. All right, I'm gonna go into this one right here called Iced Out. That one is really pretty, and there's like some shifts of like blue or purple, pink in there. It's really pretty. I don't know if there's actually blue in there. To me, in my eye, it comes off as blue, but I'm wondering if it's just reflecting a certain way when certain light hits it. All right, it's chunky, so let's be careful. I'm just gonna tap it in. Ooh, that shade is real nice. All right, let's take whatever's left over. Let's bring it up and over just a little bit on that inner lid, just a little. Kind of keep it right there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this brush. I'm going to kind of move that iced out shade just right here. Kind of blend it out right here. Kind of melt it into that Poised shade there. Oh, that's pretty. All right, moment of truth. Let's take it off. It's pretty. I mean, I like that. I like it. I just did get a little fallout despite having the tape there, but oh well, we move on. That's all right. I don't know. I don't like that eye. All right, let's put the let's eyeliner. Let's just move on with the eyeliner before I judge too quickly. I'm gonna use my Pacifica brown eyeliner in Fringe. I am gonna tightline the tops and the bottoms. All right, There we go. And I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Sky High Lash Sensational Mascara. It's a great drugstore mascara. Okay, guys, that eye is done. I'm going to move over to this eye, but I have to say I'm not loving the look of this eye. I don't know what it is, you guys. I cannot pinpoint what it is that I don't, there's just something about the palette that I'm not connecting with it for some reason. I don't know what it is. Is it me or is anybody else having this issue? I don't know. Anyways, all right, let's move on. What can I do on this side? Let me go with my comfort zone because maybe then I'll create something that I'll really love. So I'm going to go into this shade right here called Cold Plunge. And I'm going to take that and let's just start to put that all over. I'm just going to put that all over the eye because it is super light. You know, I'm thinking the theory that I have possibly that I might not be loving this palette is that there's not enough contrast. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at this palette all wrong. I don't know. Anyways, all right. So all right, I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's called First Class, but I have a feeling it's not going to contrast enough on top of that Cold Plunge. But if you think about the name of the palette, Icy, you're not going to have a lot of contrasting colors with that color scheme. It's called Icy. Now, if she had something like, I don't know, Icy Burn or something like that, and then you could add in some more deeper shades, then I could understand. I could probably get behind that color story. But this, oh gosh, it's not even showing up on my eyes. All right. I need to switch gears. All right, so let's go into, I'm going to take the same brush. I'm going into Faux Fur. Faux Fur right here. It's another matte shade. Let's, now I feel like it's going to be too dark for this eye. Started on the edge of the eye. Yeah, way too dark. All right, well, we're going for it. We're going for it. Might as well. Ugh, let's just cover it. All right. All right. Nope. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Sorry, guys. Normally I can make a palette work. All right, let's just blend this out. Let's blend it out. Let me not be too, I don't want to be too judgmental, but you guys see the problem that I'm having. It's just not flowing. It's not flowing the way I want it to flow. Let's take that darker color, Faux Fur. I'll go underneath. I mean, it's pretty. Am I getting a pretty look? But I'm not wowed by it. Okay. All right. Why don't we I'm just going to go into this shade right here, Aurora, and I'm just going to put it on my finger and I'm just going to put it on the eyelid. It's kind of a pinky color. It is very, very pretty. Okay, it's pretty, but I'm not wowed by it. I want to be wowed. I want to be wowed. Huda Beauty, what were you thinking? Last big palette? And this is what you given us? All right, let's get a little bit more, not glitter glue. Let's get a little bit more of Max Mixing Medium. I'm going to take VVS. That's the other Trio Chrome. Super chunky. And by the way, on my first impression video, these were super messy. They were Why, you're not even coming up on the brush. Oh, God. All right. I have to like dig into that shade. All right, let's put that into the mixing medium. Let's kind of thin it out a little bit. That's what that shade is looking like. You guys even see it? It's so intense. Why put these intense Trio Chromes up against these real soft mattes. I don't get, maybe that's where my disconnect is coming from, or my dislike is coming from. All right, let's put a little bit of that like in the middle of the eye here. Oh, it's so chunky. Okay, I gotta calm that. Let's calm it down. Oh boy, I'm making it worse. I'm making it worse. Oof, okay. It's too chunky. All right, let's see. Can I gently? Let's see if I can gently put that VVS on a domed brush. What's it doing? It's not even coming up on my brush. It's just moving around my hand. I don't, hold on. Okay, did I get any and I just don't know that I got any? Not really. Okay. All right, I'm switching gears. I'm switching gears completely. I'm going to get away from these trio chromes. I don't like them. I don't like these trio chromes. Okay, Huda Beauty, I'm sorry. I love you and your 18 pan palettes. I'm a fan. And you're probably my #1 brand for my aging eyes. As far as your mattes go, it's perfect. But all right. All right, let's get some glitter glue. Let's get some glitter glue. I'm going to completely change gears. I'm putting glitter glue on my finger. I'm putting it in the inner corner. And I'm going to bring it up into my transition. In my crease. I'm going to take this bling color, which is just a silver pressed glitter. That's all that it is. I'm putting it on my finger, which may be a mistake because my finger's too fat. You want to be real careful with pressed glitter with your eyes because you don't want to get it in your eye and cut your eye. So let's just gently, and I don't think that looks good. All right, let's keep going. Let's take some off because I have a lot sticking on the glitter glue, which is good. Glitter glue is doing its job. All right, that's it. I'm done. I'm done with that eye. I can't. Okay, I don't. Eyeliner and mascara. Okay, guys, that eye's done. Both eyes are done. I don't love either eye looks. I do like this one a little bit better than this one, but I don't know. You guys, is it me? I don't know. Is it? All right, let's move on to lips. Something that'll make me happy. Let's move on to lips. I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced Lip Injection lip liner in I Do. And I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty Slip Shine Sheer Shiny Lipstick in Retro Rose. Oh, wow, okay. I feel like it's a little much for this eye look, so let me calm it down just a little bit. I'm going to calm it down with the Unearthly Cosmetics lip gloss in Sweetness. I think that'll that'll help a little bit. Ooh, so pretty. Add a little shine at least. I don't know if it calmed it down, but anyways. All right, let's spray the face. Okay, guys, the setting spray is dry. Let me show you the final look. Hey guys, this makeup look is complete. That's using the Huda Beauty Icy Nude palette once again to see if I could figure this palette out and come to love this palette. But I have to say that I dislike these two eye looks more than I disliked in my first impression video. My first impression video, the looks were pretty and I really liked them, but they were not, wasn't wowed by them. And I was hoping that I could, you know, come back again, use this palette again and figure it out, learn to love it. Because I do love Huda Beauty's 18 pan palettes. Like every single one of her 18 pan palettes I love, with the exception of this one. This is a palette that I won't reach for. I feel like putting one, two, and three shades in here that are all similar to each other as far as silvers go. You gave us that in your grunge palette. Now this is supposed to be your last big palette for a long time. I think she'll probably come out with more big palettes, but in the future. But man, you should be giving us the wow factor. Empowered palette that have the wow factor. Even Rose Quartz. Gosh, you guys know how much I adore that palette. So anyway, so do I give the green light on this palette? No. I mean, if you can, unless you're very fair skinned and you love cool tones and you don't have any of her other palettes and you're really drawn to this color story, okay, fine. Yeah, go out and get it. And then maybe wait for a sale at the very least. But anybody who loves Huda Beauty's Empowered palette, loves her Rose Quartz, loves her Pretty Grunge palette, loves her, you know, her other palettes, her Naughty, her you know, what's the other one that's real fun? Oh, Retrograde, Mercury Retrograde. I don't know that you're going to love this one. If I'm wrong, you guys comment below. Comment below. Let me know. Do I need to figure this palette out? I am open. I'm open to suggestions. So anyways, you guys, I don't know, comment below. Tell me what you think. Give me some ideas. Are people figuring this palette out? Is there a trick to it? Is there something that I'm missing? Let me know. But you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.